Nobody in this community's got an L-Tour lock. You know, we got McDonald's, we got Wendy's, we got grocery stores, we got Walmart, we got this, we got that, but I guarantee almost nobody's got an L-Tour lock. What's an L-Tour lock? The world's most indestructible bike lock. What is it? L-Tour lock. SAF lock. SAF lock. Nobody's got one in this community. They're $300. I'd be the only one. 14 millimeter hardened steel shackle. Patented aluminum protective shackle. 80 millimeter shackle diameter. High security disc detainer lock mechanism. Double lock and crossbar. Soft outer coating to protect your bike. Huge. It's huge. Aluminum casing all around it. It's impossible to cut. Even with those very expensive $450 cutters. It's very heavy. Just having one of these, everybody's going to look at it, and just anybody with any kind of money is going to see it and be like, oh my gosh, why don't I have one? As soon as they see this kind of lock on a bike in real life. The L-Tour SAF lock. Safe as is what I think it stands for. L-Tour. Look at it, it's a beast. This is all, okay, generally you would just have this, sort of like on a U-lock, but look at how thick it is. Thick aluminum plating all around. Then you have that rod in the middle. It's impossible. I seen a video. He was trying to get through, couldn't get it through. It gets stuck. We'll pull it up. L-Tour, SAF lock. Is the L-Tour SAF lock really grinder proof? It's the one I watched. He was there for hours. Like in real life, you would be there forever. And if it's any kind of expensive bike, the owner's there. He's good. By the time you wouldn't even have a chance. Here's a lock picking lawyer. He goes into it. And he says it's strong AF. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, this guy's great. This guy taught me a lot. He upped my security game for sure for my e-bike that I got, or I've been called an electric motorcycle. 836 million views this guy's got. Minnesota type of guy. This guy's smart. Real smart, this guy. At lockpicking. Something that I've always wanted to do. I had a couple buddies that were into lockpicking. They would go to Vegas and do their lock conventions and whatnot. But I just could never. I don't think I have mastered. I get it. There's cylinders. There's the pins. You got the fake whatever's. Anyway, it's a complex process, and I don't really think a lot of people should know. Some people say lockpick lawyers. It's scary almost, but it's the thing is it helped me up my security too. But it's so I don't know. Locks are so primitive sometimes. How simple a locking mechanism can be. That you can get right in there into the keyhole and falsify the correct combination of bumps and whatnot and get in. They do it oh so smoothly, especially a guy like this lockpick lawyer. Everybody quotes this guy. Everybody. He's huge. I mean, look at all the different locks. He's got everything from retail locks to anything you could think of. He's a lockpick lawyer. Everything about locks he's into. I wonder who he is exactly. Does he work for a lock company? He's just like this guy that loved locks in America and made it his business to love locks and everything about locks and teaching people about locks and security and the manufacturing of the locks. And he's one of those guys and just became, and that's his business. Because he's a very interesting fellow, this lockpick lawyer. Anyways, he's on Insta and Twitter. Lockpicking lawyer. What's this? YouTube. He got a. You're bigger than Vancouver. You're bigger than Venice. You're even bigger than Las Vegas. 1 million subs. Maybe you've imagined that day for a long time, or maybe you never thought you'd grow so big. Either way, etc., etc. Susan Wojcicki, uh, he hit 1 million. Yeah, big time. 1 million subs. Dang, that was quite a while ago. Now he's at 3 million subs and 65 for what is that? 3.65 million subs. Up his game. Lockpick lawyer. These are lockpicks, standard lockpicks here, I believe. I wonder if he sells them. That would be a big business for him. Selling standard lockpicks. But if he's promoting these standard lockpicks, what is the outcome in the streets? You know what I mean? Like if he's, it's like the lockpicks were always a certain thing that maybe that certain ones had. You could buy them legally anywhere. You could be a licensed lockpicker. Anybody could buy a lockpick set or a kit or anything like that legally. I could go on Amazon right now. Lockpick. My friend, who was it? Keaton was into lockpick. Texas boy Keaton is Waco, Texas guy. But he used to go up to Vegas, and he would tell me he'd go to these conventions about lockpicking and things in Vegas. And he taught me, oh, and look at this, and I got into this where I learned, oh, there's clear locks and whatnot, where you could practice. Because on an official lock, if you're picking it, say you want to do lock picking for a career, say somebody, they need to call you in to come in to open something they've lost the key for. This is how you start out. You start out with like these kits to learn the mechanics, and then eventually you become so good you can lockpick the steel enclosed ones and whatnot. But anyway, and there's auto pickers, and like ones that pick automatically with a little trigger on them. And then you got the bump key method. That's what I learned so far. You got bump key method. They're older style, primitive style, sort of, generally average in most apartments and things have these sort of style that have never sort of, well, the standard $35 or whatever lock that a lot of people have in the general. And then generally there was a large group of people that upgraded those locks a long time ago when they found out bump keying was so easy and yada yada. But it never ends. Some people are just getting to that point now. Some people didn't know that, but and some people don't care at all. But and the reason why they use these cheaper locks that are susceptible or whatever to bump keying and things because it's generally cheaper. They're building a budget apartments or whatever, and so they have to buy 50 locks for 50 different apartments. So they choose just not a decent $35 or $40 lock, which so happens to be so easy to be picked or bump keyed into. But if you're your own homeowner and you know that, you should upgrade and get a much nicer setup, deadbolts and what have you, and other things of that nature. Deadbolts with on the other side, no matter if they pick it, no matter if you have the key, it will not open. Those were my favorite ones. Keaton always thought I made fun of him. I don't have his picture anymore. Unfortunately, I lost that hard drive, Mr. Keaton. But I lost it because my auntie broke it. Right? My auntie is a big fat buffoon, and uh, on. I was sleeping. I just got my 2 hard drives back. My mom gave them, and everyone gave them back to me. And I'm sleeping, and next thing I know, I catch Auntie. I put my 2 hard drives up here for safekeeping. Next thing I see Auntie, the crazy, almost deceased, judgment day type, end of days type lady, come up and smack my hard drives right on the ground. And they shattered and broke, so I don't have a picture of my friend, but I used to have a picture of my friend Keith. Unfortunately, I lost it.